Chloe, get over here and sit down. I have to tell you what my friend in Korea just told me. This is honestly the weirdest, most bizarre story I think I've ever heard. So, the story is about this woman. Let's call her Lee Soo-yeon, an alias. She's 28, smart, an English major who even studied abroad in Canada. A girl with a bright future, you know? But she was helping her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Lee aliases, run their KBBQ restaurant in a city called Incheon. Her older brother, Lee Jung-ho, alias, worked there too. Everyone in the neighborhood said she was the sweetest, most hard-working daughter. On the surface, just a normal, wholesome family. But that piece didn't last. The restaurant started having financial trouble, and just when they were about to go bankrupt, she shows up. Soo-yeon's aunt, Kim Young-hee, alias. The aunt introduced herself as a shaman, a spiritual medium who claims to be possessed by a god or spirit. She offered to pay off all their debts, but there was a catch, a super creepy one. She told Soo-yeon's parents, all the misfortune in this house comes from you two. If you want to save your children, you have to leave everything behind and go pray in the mountains for 3 years. During that time, you must not contact your children at all. And what's wild is they actually did it. They just left their kids. So the aunt, Kim Young-hee, basically takes over. She gets the business registered under Soo-yeon's name, but she's the one controlling everything like a queen in her little kingdom. That's when her gaslighting went into overdrive. She started telling everyone that Soo-yeon was possessed by an evil spirit. And the reason she gave was just sick. She claimed that in a past life, Soo-yeon was her own father and brother's lover, and that this vengeful spirit was now inside Soo-yeon trying to harm the family. It was a complete lie designed to isolate Soo-yeon and turn even her own brother against her. So as Soo-yeon got more and more isolated, my friend said something decisive happened a few months before the main incident. It was Soo-yeon's last desperate act of resistance. One day, she accidentally broke a few plates. The aunt, in front of everyone, just went off on her. "See? The demon inside you is breaking things now. It's trying to ruin my business." Her brother, Jun-ho, just looked away and said nothing. In that moment, watching her own brother refuse to defend her, something inside Soo-yeon just snapped. That night at 3 a.m., she quietly packed a small bag. All she took was her old passport, some emergency cash she had hidden, and a single photo of her happy family, taken before the aunt ever showed up. She got to the bus terminal, but she froze. Where could she go? How could she explain to her friends, "Hey, I ran away because my shaman aunt says I'm a demon"? Just then, she remembered the aunt's curse. If you leave this house, your parents will die a painful death. It was like invisible chains wrapped around her ankles. Defeated, she went back to the restaurant before sunrise. The aunt, Kim Young-hee, was waiting for her at the door in her pajamas. She wasn't angry. She just smiled this cold, terrifying, all-knowing smile and said, "Did you enjoy your night stroll, child? It's useless. You are mine, and the thing inside you is mine too. There is nowhere to run." After that day, Soo-yeon's last will to resist was completely broken. And that was just the prelude to the horrific tragedy that would happen a few months later. So, the fateful night arrives. Soo-yeon, with her last ounce of courage, declares, "I'm leaving for good." The aunt saw this as the evil spirit's final defiance and decided to perform an exorcism. On the second floor of the restaurant, the aunt, her son, a male follower named Hwang Min-chul, an alias, and her own brother, Jun-ho, were all there. They made Soo-yeon lie down on a metal frame and tied her hands and feet with wire. And then they brought a brazier full of burning hot charcoal and placed it directly underneath Soo-yeon's bound body. This wasn't an exorcism, it was torture. When she screamed in agony, they stuffed charcoal in her mouth and gagged her with a cloth. When she struggled against the heat, they cut off her clothes with scissors, leaving her naked, and moved the fire even closer. This went on for nearly 3 hours. Eventually, Soo-yeon lost consciousness, and instead of calling 911 right away, they spent over an hour performing bizarre rituals, like putting raw meat on her burns. When they finally got her to the hospital, it was too late. She died 2 days later. In court, their excuse was even more insane. They admitted to everything they did, but claimed they had no intent to kill. They said it was just a sacred ritual to expel a demon, not murder. And the most chilling part? The rest of the family. To this day, they refuse to talk about it. It's unclear if they're still brainwashed by the aunt or if they just can't face the truth of what they allowed to happen. So the question that's left at the end of all this, Chloe, is who was the real demon in that room?